There was a pro wrestler named AJ Styles. I saw an article about it where he had an opportunity to go to WWE probably like 20 years ago, and he didn't take it because his wife wanted to be a teacher, and he thought, "Oh, I can't pursue my dreams because I got to let my wife live her dream of becoming a teacher." It's like uh, he ended up in WWE eventually, but it took a lot longer than it needed to. And his career could have gotten much further if he just focused on his dream of doing that and let her come along or not. But he dropped everything and hung out in the indies and all that kind of stuff a lot longer than he had to so that she could be a teacher. It's like she could be a teacher anywhere, bro. Like she could do that anytime. Your chance at becoming a WWE superstar, that's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. Fucking go for it, bro. Like, what are you doing? And I guarantee that his wife lost a little bit of respect for him when he made that decision. Even if it's just a little bit, she lost a little bit of respect, right? And a woman can't love a man she doesn't respect. So you do that often enough, she loses respect for you, and that attraction that she had for you completely erodes. So you got to watch out for that kind of shit. But a lot of guys will do that. They'll dump their dreams in hopes of trying to make their girls happy. So he says, take your typical guy. Which does he fear more? Is it being dumped by the girl he likes, or is it dumping his dreams? You protest. It is not so cut and dry. A relationship involves some compromise. And while that is true, young men are doing everything they can to avoid that they aren't being true. No, you cannot expect to get your way with everything in life. And no, you don't expect a girl to drop her dreams solely for yours. The entire idea is not to like the same hobbies or think each other is hot. No, it is to be going the same way in life. You can have your dreams and the girl too, but only by embracing your dreams first and the girl second. If you embrace the girl first, you may be allowed to live out certain dreams or not, depending on her choice. This is why I say it's not a question of whether your love life has become hard or easy, but rather if it has become true or false. False love and false life is living someone else's dreams. This may make some happy, especially for those who do not or will not dream. Others become more melancholy and the rest will lie to themselves. But Puck, how do guys get caught up in this? Because they place the dream on the girl. So she becomes his dream girl. This is how he convinces himself he is getting both the dream and the girl. The paths in love and life, or sorry, two paths in love and life. Live your dreams or live other people's dreams. One path is hard, the other path is easy. One path leads to security, the other path leads to freedom. He's going to go into this more, but think about it, right? The path of living your own life often requires you to cut certain people out of your life, right? Sometimes your friends and family might not like the path that you're on, but you know it's the right path for you. This is your purpose in life. A lot of us in the space talk about how you have to find a purpose in life. We, for those of us who have read Corey Wayne's book 10 to 15 times, he talks a lot about being a man of purpose, a man on a mission. Well, sometimes people aren't going to agree with your purpose. They aren't going to agree with your mission in life. And a lot of that is friends and family, and they're going to try to talk you out of taking that path. But if you know in your heart of hearts, this is your path, this is your purpose, sometimes you have to have the strength to cut those people out and be like, hey, you're either on board or you're not. I'm going this way. You're either coming with me or I'm going to leave you behind. Okay. So that becomes harder. That becomes really hard for a lot of people to do. But you'll find that a lot of guys in this space that have found success with women, with business, with career, whatever, they've had to do that. They've had to cut out negative people from their life and associate with people that help propel them forward. That's a hard path to take. But in the end, you'll achieve your dreams and you'll actually end up in a place that is more fulfilling for you. Because if you do what all these other people are saying, you are living their dreams. You're living their life, the life that they set out for you, and you're going to be unfulfilled in the long run. So anyway, Hook says, permit me for this paragraph to use the analogy of money to love and life. We know how rich people live and what they drive. And let us assume for this paragraph that all people want what the rich have. There are two ways, in this paragraph at least, to obtain it. One is to buy the super cool car, big house, and everything else on bad debt. The other way is to obtain the assets and wealth to actually buy them. One way is easy, the other way is hard. One way requires little to no risk. The other takes a lot of risk. Obtaining wealth and assets takes courage to go out and create. Bad debt does not. By going to bad debt, you end up literally working for those who lent you the money. And you know what? The world encourages you to get into bad debt. You can easily get a loan on a house you cannot pay off within 30 years. And look in your mailbox. Is that another pre-approved credit card? It's the third one this week. There are lots of people who look rich, but they are in major debt. I asked you, are they free? They will be working for the bank and car companies to repay the debt with most of the days from their life. You know, what's funny? The first time I interviewed Aaron Clary, my good friend Aaron Clary, we were talking about this, how he had been working in the finance industry for years. And he says he could count on one hand how many actual wealthy millionaires he's really met. The rest have all been debt millionaires, right? People that are credit card rich, people that if you like, they look like they live the good life, but in reality, they're swimming in debt, right? They have their McMansions and their Bugattis and all that kind of stuff, but they are swimming in consumer debt and it's crushing. And if the rug gets pulled out from under them, they will be completely destroyed. And then there's guys that are truly wealthy. If you guys ever read the book, The Millionaire Next Door, you'll find out that truly wealthy people with greater assets than they have liabilities in excess of $1 million live pretty frugally. They'll live in the house down the street from you. They're driving a Ford sedan. You know, they're not driving a Bugatti. They're not limousine riding, jet flying with diamond rings and stuff. You know, in the 70s and 80s and 90s, there was Ric Flair. He was a pro wrestler. He would walk around, talk about how he was diamond ring wearing and how he spent more money on spilt liquor than you make in an entire year and whatever. And he's got alligator shoes. That dude was always in debt. I think he's had like 3 or 4 marriages. He's paying women out to wazoo in alimony. And he keeps having to have Ric Flair's last matches into his fucking 70s and 80s because he keeps running out of money because he's living off of debt. He's not rich. He's not, limousine riding, jet flying because he has actual money. He's living on fucking credit cards. And that's not sustainable in the long run. You want to learn how to be better with money? Get my first book, Everything I Wish I Knew When I Was 18. I've got a whole chapter on being better with money. It's called it's the Anyone Can Be Rich chapter. You can find that on Amazon. Everything I Wish I Knew When I Was 18. Anyway, so he says here, in the same way, young men do the same for women. They look rich because they have the woman and can enjoy them. But what was the price they had to pay for it? Whose dreams are they following? And because of that choice, who is he working for? Both the seducer and the nice guy work for the woman's dreams as they seem to have none of their own. It is the price for security. And just like bad debt, the world seems to want you to take this easy path. Movies exemplify this thing called love that you must sacrifice your dreams to. Pop songs are modern prayers to the woman goddess to satisfy her and your addiction to female praise, which today we label as male love. Oh man, Nurse Chick and I, we watched the documentary, The 47 Ronin. Have you guys ever seen that documentary with, what's his name? Keanu Reeves. Keanu Reeves is in this documentary, The 47 Ronin. It's actually loosely based on a true story, if you guys didn't know. The 47 Ronin was a real story. They just really added a lot of, mystique and magic to the movie and stuff. But it's based on a true story. Well, Keanu Reeves's character in this movie, if you've never seen it, he's this half-breed who was trained by these demons of the forest on how to fight and everything. And the 47 or the other 46 Ronin need his help to help take down this bad guy. Well, the thing is that Keanu Reeves' character is in love with this warlord's daughter, and she loves him too, but they've never fucked. And he's willing to go on a mission to save her, and at the expense of his own life. And he's going to look for her in every plane of existence until he finds her again. But he's never fucked her once. Like, that's what a lot of these nice guys do out here, right? Their undying love for these women that won't put out for them, which will lead us into one of these other chapters here on Let's Just Be Friends.
New episodes every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Subscribe now.